In this show, Pietro, the aspiring artist, will depict the art scene in Harlem in 1976. A week after Pietro's A Study of Yellow immersion art show, he received an email from one of the attendees asking if they could meet. Michael told Pietro, "My wife Linda and I got married at Abyssinian Baptist in 1976, but our reception was at the Experience Workshop Art Gallery." The gallery is where we met. That's why we hosted the reception there. Next month is our anniversary, and I would like to give her an immersion experience recreating the reception at our art gallery. Pietro smiled. "Sounds fun, Michael. Let's do it." After Michael left, Pietro said to himself, "Okay, how am I going to do this?" Pietro had observed long ago that an art gallery is more than pictures hanging on a wall. It is also the persons interacting with the art. A good number are looky-loos. They can breeze through a gallery in 10 minutes, stopping to look at one or two pieces. Still others are black holes, standing directly in front of every piece for 15 minutes, making it impossible for anyone else to see. Others are considerate. They move aside, they share the view, and maybe circle back. Then there are the social butterflies, engaging viewers, sharing what they feel and see, and asking questions. The behavior of these outgoing people sometimes results in an odd look, possibly a stare. Sometimes even a reply, "Are you talking to me?" Pietro admired the dress to impress devotees that demonstrated this event mattered to them through their clothes. The way Pietro saw it, they were also art, and that would be the foundation for the show. His presentation would also include the art supporters interacting with the exhibits. Pietro hoped and believed Michael and Linda would appreciate his approach, the viewers and the viewed. Now that he had a concept for the overall show, what could inspire the individual images? Pietro wasn't African American, and he had only been to New York City 3 times, and to Harlem only once. Then he remembered the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s and the 1930s, an explosion of art, poetry, music. When poets like Langston Hughes, Countee Cullen, James Weldon Johnson, Claude McKay, and Zora Neale Hurston were at their peak. So he added phrases like, "She won't give up until she's seen the power of her people united in song," into his prompts. This sometimes resulted in works that were larger than life. Pietro tried to balance extremism with realism, or even photorealism with the focus mostly on the subject, as if Sophie Rada was designing the image. Pietro remembered that Michael had mentioned that he preferred realistic art over abstract, so he added a healthy serving of realistic images. He knew it was important to tell the story of the experience workshop, the gallery where Michael and Linda met, how artists banded together under the leadership of Lucille Brown. Not just a display gallery, a working gallery. And since they knew not everyone would come into a gallery, this school of artists would set up on the street and work in plein air. To be true to the premise of the story and the time period, Pietro added some abstract images to the presentation. The immersion show aired at the Experience Workshop. There were so many well-wishers, they decided to place the band in the courtyard. When the reception was over, Michael and Linda walked out of the gallery and took a stroll through the streets of Harlem. And they lived happily ever after. The end.